Well, I accidentally got into this battle. Great way to start the episode off. Hey everybody, 3D Icicle Freeze here. In the last episode, we defeated Charon in our second rival battle, that I like to say, but technically our third. And we also defeated Team Plasma, helping the little girl get her Pokemon back. In this episode, we are going to be continuing down Route 3, and hopefully getting to Nacrene City. So anyway, you got an antidote there, but more importantly, the new Pokemon on this route. To start off, we have a Blitzel, which actually, real quick, I had this little boy here that I accidentally battled on accident. Yeah, that was an accident. Anyway, and he has a Blitzel. Blitzel is a pure electric type. It evolves fairly early, earlier than most of the Pokemon in this game. Blitzel is really fast, and actually, its attack stat is really good. I can recommend this Pokemon to you, because actually, it's really not that bad, but it's kind of more of a glass cannon. It's very fast, it has good attack, but it really can't take a hit. It's another glass cannon. But I have to say, I like its design a lot. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. Again, it's actually pretty good. Its move pool is actually pretty good, where it gets Flame Charge, which literally increases your speed every turn and is a fire move, which right there you already know that that's really good. So I mean, it's definitely a really good Pokemon, honestly. I can definitely recommend it to you. However, I will say this, there are better electric types later on. So, I could recommend also skipping out on this Pokemon. But anyway, it was no match for my Munna, and we're learning Imprison. Imprison basically makes it so when you use it, the Pokemon can't use the same moves that you have. So, if I have Psybeam, and they have Psybeam, and I use Imprison, they can no longer use Psybeam. So, I feel like that's personally a good move, but I personally only think that's good for, like, Dragon types. Because if you use Imprison for a Dragon type, they can't use another... Well, they can't use the same one, in case you guys already do have the same Dragon move, and chances are you guys might, so... Because, I don't know, I feel like there could be more Dragon moves, but I feel like there aren't, so... But, I don't know, that's just my opinion. The second new Pokemon, which actually, it could be here... And actually, sure enough, it is Pidove. Pidove is the normal flying type Pokemon. Pidove is very interesting to me because it's actually not that bad, but it can be a little hard to use. It's kind of like... It's almost like the Pidgey of the generation, but I honestly feel personally that it's a lot better. I hate to say it, but it is, like, fairly generic. It's, you know, its attack stat is good, its speed is good, its defenses are nice because it can take at least one hit. But then it has a nice move pool, too. You can get moves like Air Slash, which, yeah, it's, you know, it's, I mean, yeah, it's a special attack, but it's still pretty good, and you can make them flinch because chances are you're faster than them, which is nice. I could definitely recommend it if you're looking for a... flying type, although I definitely think there are many better that are coming up. So yeah, so that's my spiel on Pidove, and now I'm actually just going to go over the next Pokemon because more than likely we're not going to find it unless I can find Shaking Grass, which I might as well go over. You've probably noticed already, if you're playing the game, there's potential for Shaking Grass, and you may see like, excuse me, you may see like bubbles in the water, or something like that, or like you see a big bubble. Those are an instance of a special Pokemon. Typically, you will find Audino there, but there are, you know, chances for other Pokemon, and obviously they'll be listed, or I'll explain them, you know, when we get to those routes. But, you know, until then, we really don't have to worry about that, because typically finding other Pokemon in those instances are very rare. But, other than Audino, of course. But anyway, Audino. Pure normal type Pokemon. Audino is absolutely garbage. It's good for doubles in that you could make it a nice teammate for helping your other Pokemon knock out everything. But unfortunately, there are not a lot of double battles in this game, so it's pretty much useless. I really couldn't recommend it to you. It's honestly, the thing is, I would defeat it whenever you see them because they give a crap ton of XP, and that's really nice. So, I'd say that they're good for, you know, training off of. And actually, there's a bubble in the water, which, of course, that's not an Audino, because Audino only appear in the grass and the ground. But yeah, no, definitely, if you're looking for a normal type Pokemon, definitely skip out on this one. Anyway, that's all the that's all the new Pokemon that we can pretty much encounter as of right now. Of course, there are Pokemon in the water and whatnot, and that's always been the case, but we cannot contact them at the moment, so we will not be going over them. Anyway, this girl's got a pet rat. We got Forewarn. Very nice. I have to say, so far, I'm impressed with how Muna's doing. You know, at first I was a little nervous, and I almost thought about actually editing out that I got this Jolly Muna, and that I was gonna, you know, just literally cut until I got one with Synchronize and like a fairly good, you know, or different nature. But I have to say, I'm thoroughly impressed, and my stats are, I'm comfortable with them. So I'm gonna actually, I have to say, like, I have to take back what I said. Y'all better take back what you said. What about Texas being dumb? Hey, can we say that shoes from Texas are dumb? Hey, Patrick, I think you better cut it out. Why? It's not like that old slowpoke Texas is gonna... Then you see Sandy, she's like booking ass. And then they're just like running like forever, and then the lasso, like literally, like you literally see the lasso like circling around Patrick. No! Grabs him. SpongeBob, no! As he's getting pulled in, and just explosion. Ah! I love that episode so much. It's honestly just so funny. SpongeBob is just so funny. Like, me and my friends, we're all, you know, 18, you know, 15, no, 18, 16, you know, 17, all in that range. And we still just recite SpongeBob, and it's still funny every time. Like, me and my friend were at the diner, and me and my friends, yeah, we were at the diner earlier today, and I forgot what happened. Yeah, guys, interesting story. I forgot what happened. Anyway, moving on now. I'm just trying to think of what happened. I know my friend said a SpongeBob reference. I think, oh yeah, I think we got the receipt or whatever, and we're like, oh, thanks, because we all asked for separate receipts because it's just easier that way. And the woman's like, all right, thank you guys for coming, and you know, we were all like, all right, yeah, thanks. So my friend like took the receipt, and he's like, I don't need this junk. What is this? Some sort of piece of shit? And then like my friend, he's like, it's a genie, and I love that so much. Like, I just think that's so funny. And we were all just cracking up. But anyway, Charon says, come here a sec. And he's just going to explain that the Pokemon Center is here. Charon, we're not newbies. We can do it. But hey, he does give us Chesto Berries, which is actually really thoughtful. Anyway, he says, give your Pokemon a Chesto Berry, and if it ever falls asleep, it will wake up immediately. Anyway, he says, actually, some very interesting information that's actually valuable to us. The gym leader of this city uses normal types, so fighting types are good, hence why Pignite is actually really good for this town. Again, actually, why I said at the beginning of this Let's Play, why Pignite is definitely used if you if you struggle with, like, Pokemon games. Because you literally beat the first gym, the second gym, the third gym, very easily. Arguably, with the correct moveset, the fourth and the fifth, and actually the sixth and the seventh. Like, with a specific moveset, you can technically destroy the first 7 gyms with that Pokemon. But anyway, if you come over here to the second guy here in the Pokemon Center, he now has a netball, which it gives you the description. A somewhat different Pokeball that works especially well on water and bug-type Pokemon, which actually many bug-type Pokemon, and actually there's a water Pokemon coming up soon, that we'll be able to get, and actually they're pretty good. So definitely I'd recommend picking up those if you plan on picking up a bug-type Pokemon. And Heal Balls we've already gotten from the little girl that we saved her Pokemon. Not gonna save, because I think for the rest of this video, I might as well just go over everything in Acrene City. Don't think it's this one. I have to see. Let's talk to this kid. He said, dire hit. In Unova, it's called dire hit. Huh? No difference? Anyway, in a battle, it's very powerful when you get a crit. What he says is true. Anyway, he says he started a shop in this warehouse, and actually, you can buy, very conveniently, a dire hit and all these other things. Personally, I would recommend skipping out on these, but I have to be honest, I think X attack, X defend, X speed, X special defense, and X accuracy are all very useful. Dire hit and guard spec are also useful, but I just don't find them as useful, to be honest. Anyway, we got these two karate guys. Let's see. DS wireless communications is great. Too bad it doesn't work. This guy says, just now I traded a Pokemon holding an item, so it's like the item is a present. Great. I wish I knew that. No, I hate to sound not optimistic about it. But if you come into this house, and I believe it's this girl you talk to. Berg used this warehouse until 2 years ago. When Berg gets artist block, he comes back here to Acrene City. Berg. Is that the Pokedex? Wow, cool. You collect Pokemon? Okay, I'll help you out. Which Pokemon did you choose at the beginning of your journey? Now, you could say a different Pokemon, and I think that she will actually give you the item that gives you more stab. She will give you a held item. If you have a Snivy and you decide to choose Snivy, you will get a Miracle Seed that raises the grass moves you use. Shawak gets a Mystic Water that raises the water type moves you use, and for Tepig you get a Charcoal, which is yet another held move that raises fire types moves. So these are all, you know, if you click on one, it'll give you the move that the item that gives you stab with that Pokemon. So I'm gonna be honest, I chose Tepig. Do you have a Tepig? Well, I technically have a Pignite, so no. You have a Tepig, then I will give you this. Let your Pokemon hold it, and it can raise the power of fire-type moves. So on top of Stab, we get Charcoal, and that raises fire-type moves. I think that these items are actually viable until the very end of the game. Of course, for, you know, not competitive, just for this. But anyway, yeah, it's a really good item, and I definitely would recommend you come here real quick just to pick that up. I thought I had a memory of something being in a trash can. But, anyway, he says, we were talking about, Berg, we were, like, interested. Yeah, we were, like, totally interested. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, Berg is an artist, but he's also the gym leader of the next town. So we've already heard more about the gym leader of the next town than in this town. I like how you have this guy with the accordion. Let's talk to him. How do you like the sound of accordions? So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I like when you go into the shop, it makes that little, like, jingle noise. Talk to her. Welcome to the Cafe Warehouse, a stylish cafe in a rural area. Our cafe has a special on Wednesdays. Here, have a soda pop. Enjoy the taste of our specialty. And she gives you a free soda pop. Very nice. Be honest, other than that, this place isn't exactly useful. Anyway, this guy just tells you about the battle box. Strides and leaders tell me about things I've already know. Let me have these two ace trainers here. Yes, I know. If you have a wander launcher, energy will be charged and you can use various items. When you battle a friend using wireless communications, you can... yeah, useless information. Oh my god, I feel so rude. I didn't even talk to the crazy cashier who was just running in place. Come over here so I can talk to you. This cafe has a special on Wednesdays. Lucky enough, it was Wednesday for me. Very cool. Anyway, okay, so that's not the only thing I wanted to do. I believe there was another warehouse I wanted to go into. Might have been this one. I think it's actually one in the back, but we'll check. Oh, what a lovely trainer. What kind of Pokemon do you have? Oh, you're Muna. It's a little bit friendly to you. Something like that. Okay, so she will judge the, you know, the friendliness your Pokemon have to you. Basically, the way you increase that is through battling and making sure your Pokemon doesn't get you know, killed. Or I say killed, but it's really fainted. Anyway, this girl, this is actually the person I was looking for. She says, "Hi, do you have a Pokemon called Cottony? Would you like to trade your Cottony for my Patil? Patilil? Cottony and Patil, I might as well go over. They're both grass types, and they turn into some interesting Pokemon. I have to say, I like them both quite a bit. I think that they're both really good. However, though, this would change if you're playing Pokemon White. If you were playing Pokemon White, she would ask to trade your Patilil for her Cottonee. So it changes based off of what version you have. Either way, they're both holding the same item. Obviously, the information is on screen now, so you can see all the information that you need to. But, yeah, this actually isn't a bad trade. Something to take note is that when you get Pokemon that are traded in-game, that they have to keep the nickname of the trainer. So, unfortunately, you can't just have, like, Patilil, or you can't just have Cottonee. It is going to be nicknamed. And then, actually, they gain double XP, which is a really good side effect of traded Pokemon. Like, you get extra XP, and that's really useful. But yeah, these are two grass types that, actually, I'll be honest, I could pretty much recommend. I'm not going to be going over them as Pokemon, you know, yet, because we haven't encountered them yet. But obviously, you know, based off of what I've said already, you can obviously imagine both of these Pokemon are pretty good. But I'm just going to be going more in depth, like, later when we actually can locate them. But she says, okay, if you don't, you know, change your mind, come back. But, yeah, sorry, I won't actually be obtaining any of those. Anyway, we have two places in the back here. I think there was a reason I wanted to come here. I'm a poet. I write poems. Every day I stretch my imagination and devote myself to my creative activity. People dream when sleeping, but if a Pokemon dreams, I cannot imagine how it is. Well, I would be able to tell you, but I can't see Pokemon's dreams. Not in this kind of condition. Anyway, this guy says, I play the guitar and have Pokemon battles every day. I keep doing that because I enjoy it. There you go, man. Why do I feel like there was something in a trash can in one of these warehouses? I don't know why I feel like there is something. There's something in a trash can in one of these warehouses. I don't know why I feel that way. Maybe I'm thinking of black too. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk to this girl. My name is Labali. I am a designer of decor items, but I'm stuck now. I just can't come up with a good design. I've been thinking about decor so great that it will appear in a dream. Obviously, you can imagine, you know, unfortunately, I really can't do anything about this. And you can imagine why I can't do anything about this. Wireless connection. But, yeah. I'll be going over more things like that, I think, later, because it's really not as important right now. But anyway, we got to see what lied in Nacrene City. We also went over the Pokemon on Route 3. I think now's a great time to end off the video. So, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Please click like if you liked the video. Please tell me what you liked and what you disliked. And, yeah, I'm going to close out here. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next episode. See you guys next time.